after vitarka, the next is vichara. Vichara means thinking, right way of thinking, righteous thinking,
Yes.
how to think rightly, properly. Second number is how to think rightly, right way of thinking. But how it will be generated? Through vitarka. If one have ability to get vitarka, to look at something without biasness, only that person can have ability to think in a right way.
Yes.
Let's go into it. What is the right way of thinking?
Yes.
It looks very, this statement I'm talking about, the ability to think, it looks like we are, it's what Vishu is talking about, because we all are thinking all the time from morning to evening.
Yeah.
But we thinking, but our thinking is not really our thinking.
Yeah.
It's taken, when I am thinking, it's not only me thinking, it's culture thinking,
Yes.
it's society thinking,
Yes.
it's a thinking of a religious brain, it's a thinking of a political brain, a biased brain,
Yes.
a brain which is conditioned by biasness.
Yes.
So we don't think, ideologies things, religious organized religions things,
Yes.
conditions things. When I am thinking, it's not I am thinking. The right thinking is when only I am thinking, means I am free from all the conditionings of the religion,
Yes.
free from all the conditioning of the the people, society, what they have made. So the right, wrong, good, bad, should not be, is coming from my end,
Yes.
my experiences. Then first time I start thinking about, like first time I really think. Now I am not thinking, my subconscious is just playing with my conscious mind, which we call thinking, the
Yes.
chattering mind.
Yes.
But the vichara, the thing that I am talking about, it is not chattering of mind, it is really thinking. You're really aware about a topic. Each word that is going on in the head is,
Yeah.
it's full of awareness. It's not coming from your memory,
Yes.
not
It's
from the
about
conditioning.
what you realize in a present moment. You're not recalling something in the past and giving a conclusion right now. Just based on what's happening right now, you have your
Yeah,
thoughts.
exactly. Means you are using your present energy, your energy of awareness. Perhaps you can take something from the past where it's needed
Yes.
in this thinking process. You can take it, but you are not hypnotized by
Yes.
others. So you have right way of thinking in this case.
Yes.
So through vitarka, you develop a right way of thinking in the life. If you have right way of thinking, then you first time meet with the problems directly. Now you understand problem. What is a problem?
Yes.
What is the structure of a problem? How to solve this problem?
Yes.
With right thinking, with logical mind, you can solve a problem. And
Yes.
when problem is solved, there is ananda, there is bliss.
Hmm.
There is a space in the head.
Yes.
So space is there, but your inner experiences, your past experiences also is still there in the background, in your subconscious. Conscious become free. It's free from problems.
Yes.
So that state ananda is a state where you feel bliss. See how opposite it is, Devina. We think that meditation, if I sit in meditation, most of the time people fight with their thoughts. They want to seize their thoughts. They
Yeah.
want to stop thinking.
Yeah.
And it happens a lot, I see in the society, that people, those are into spirituality, they just don't want to think. They're against the mind. They become an enemy of the mind.
Yes. Yes.
But here, what Patanjali is talking about is opposite. Patanjali is saying, mind is not your enemy. Be a friend of your mind and think properly. Use this mind
Yes.
properly. Think first. Because without thinking, we cannot go beyond thinking.
Yes.
We have thousands of thoughts in the mind. Behind every thought, there is a desire to become complete. Each thought is running towards completions, wants to be complete. But we don't have the right logic, so we cannot complete these thoughts. So they are moving and moving and moving into the
Yes.
head.
Yes.
In general, we see, if we let's suppose if I'm doing any work and if my work is not completed, this thought of that work will keep on moving in my head, that I need to complete it. Let's suppose if I'm solving a mathematical equation, if it is not solved completely, my mind will keep on going again and again, then I need to complete it. Or if you are writing a poem, if your poem is incomplete, it will be moving in your head.
Yes.
Once you complete it, you become free from it.
Yes.
So each thought wants to be complete, but how this thought will be complete? This thought will be complete through right thinking. Right thinking involves awareness into thinking. Awareness will come through vitarka, through right logic,
Yes.
and you will have a right positive logic.
Yes.
So first step is positive logic. Second is right thinking. If you are into right thinking, automatically right thinking will bring you into ananda, which is bliss state. You know, the people those have right logic, they are very extraordinary people in society. That, you know, they become a good writer, they become a good speaker, the good one, real one, like really inspiring one.
Yes.
Those have vitarka. Otherwise, without vitarka, there is no way to
Hmm.
reach to this state of right logic. First, right logic, which is healthy for my brain,
Yes.
because without right logic, I have conflicts inside, and conflicts are taking all my energy. A
Yes.
lot of energy is taken by the conflict.
Yes, absolutely.
The moment we reach to the right logic, conflict ends. The energy which was used into the conflict is free now. This free energy I use in thinking. Now I can think rightly
Yes.
with the same energy which I saved from.
Yes.
Now through this right thinking, I will solve the problems and I will reach to a state of bliss.
Yes.
It is a reflection of truth. In this bliss, truth will appear for
Yes.
some time. Not, it will not last longer, but it will appear
Right.
once.
You know, say you are a person, maybe you have not attained a bliss state, but you're constantly practicing and trying meditations and all of that. But then, you know, it's easy for a person from the outside to observe and say, oh, you're still dealing with some problem, then meditation is not working, or something is not working, because the assumption is that once you enter into a state, you're like that 24 hours a day. But that's not possible, right? That's not how it works.
It is possible, but it is so far.
Yes.
We need to do a lot of practice, because our past life karma, the karma that we have done,
Yes.
it is still there. I can become free for some time, but my past life records will affect here.
Yes.
They will come again.
Yes.
They will appear again.
Yes, absolutely.
Again, I have to go through all the things.
Yes, absolutely.
So this bliss state will appear, and it will go away, and I will identify myself with this bliss, which will be asmita, the last one.
Right.
Asmita means a small ego which is related to truth.
Yes.
That is first state that one has to go.
Yes.
Why this sutra is so important? So it tells that you do not need to fight with your mind. You do not need to go against thinking, because thoughts are the step of meditation. You cannot like directly go beyond thoughts.
Yes.
But thoughts should be a directional, a positive way.
Yeah.
Right thoughts, which really solve a problem.
Yes.
So
do right thoughts basically mean positive thoughts? Is it the same thing?
No, Rajit, you can say positive, but right thoughts basically means which are really helpful, which are very powerful,
Yes.
powerful in a way they can solve a problem.
Yes.
That they have power.
Yes.
Because these thoughts are fresh, new. They are not coming from a conditioned mind. They are not coming from ideologies. That is a big difference we see into the like nowadays universities and old days gurukuls.
Yes.
Gurukuls were the spiritual schools in India in ancient time, and now we have university. In Gurukul, the teachers or the study pattern was more focused on how to give the right thinking.
Right. Yeah.
And nowadays in university is just collecting the data of that right thinking, just putting it, collecting it.
Yes.
So that's why this nowadays universities are not really solving any problem. Root problems are not solved by them.
Right. No, that's very true. Any student of any age, especially in India, whether it's a young school student or high school or university, will all complain of the same issue, which is that the education just teaches you to learn by heart what's in your books, and during the exam you put that on paper, and then the second the exam is over you forget everything because you're learning externally
Everything.
something by heart, but you're not actually within yourself imbibing that knowledge, that information, because that's not how you're being trained at all.
Open mind means a mind which has right thinking. If the mind is not open, cannot think rightly,
Yes.
will be moving round and round
Yes.
into the same problem, same circle, will never solve a problem.
Yes.
Revolutionary thoughts takes place after vitarka.
Wow.
So this, because this finding truth is a big revolution inside.
Yes.
If I'm finding my truth, if I'm reaching to a state which is beyond the conditionings, which is a big revolution.
Yes.
So to reach there, I need to have revolutionary thoughts. Revolutionary thoughts is actually vichara. Vichara will be developed through vitarka. Vitarka means right way of logic, right logic.
Yeah.
And then this will give me a reflection of a truth, and through this reflection, what ego is remain, that is asmita. That is a state, first state of spirituality that you attain.
Wow.
Actually, now you have touched your spirit, your soul. Now you can say I'm a spiritual being.
Wow.
Maybe not completely, but still you have right to teach people now.
Wow.
Before that, you only have images about truth.
So it sort of boils down to, in very simple terms, again, just sort of dropping your judgment, being in a state of open-mindedness, and come to the solution of problems from that open-minded state. If you are in that, if you're approaching that way of life, then you can start to call yourself a spiritual person.
Then you can call yourself a spiritual person, because you have touched your spirit through this way.
And so in the next sutra, we start to understand the purest state, the final state.
Because in this sutra, this question comes, why I cannot hold this state of bliss?
Yes.
Answer is in the next sutra. We will discuss about it.